Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about a topic that I've wanted to cover for a while. So we're going to talk about the absolute mess that is the YouTube copyright system. And any of you who've followed me for a while know that I have a law degree, and one of the main focuses was international intellectual property law, which apart from being a mouthful is a really interesting subject. It's about how people protect their intellectual property via like design rights, patents, trademarks, and copyright. So yeah, we're going to talk about the state of copyright just now on YouTube, and we're also going to talk about how it may actually end up with me losing my channel, which is perfect. So the way that copyright is right now on YouTube is it's focused very much on the holder, which it should be, because you don't want people infringing your rights, especially if you've made something original and people are obviously taking it, re-uploading it, and taking away sales or revenue or anything from you. Then like you definitely should be able to sort of enforce your copyright on the platform. But where it gets a bit messy is with what I do. And what the gaming community does on YouTube, which is we show other people's copyright, but in a way that many would argue is transformative, and many do argue is transformative, in which they claim fair use whenever any of this arises. So from looking at the legal point of view when it comes to Let's Plays, it's definitely a grey area. It's definitely something that does need defining. You could even go as far to say, and I would as well, that a Let's Play is, in a way, a long-form review, where you'll play through the entirety of a game, or you'll show a single playthrough of a game, and throughout the entire thing you're giving your opinion, your thoughts, your feelings on the different aspects of the game. It's much more of a deep dive than a regular short-form review, where you just say, well, this is the things I liked, this is the things I didn't like, and people can see your emotions, your reactions, exactly the little niggles that you may miss out of a regular review, which would fall under fair use. So that's one thing. The other thing is the music side of things. So if any of you have done any sort of YouTubing in the past, or if you know anything about it, then you'll know what I'm talking about. And that if you play any sort of copyrighted music, so none of your royalty-free ukulele, if you're playing like Kanye West. See, if you play a Kanye West track in the background of one of your Let's Play videos, then it'll be copyright claimed, and Kanye West will take the entirety of the revenue from that video, or I have no idea who publishes Kanye West songs. They'll take the entirety of the revenue from that video, even if it's a 20-second clip of a Kanye West song in a 6-hour stream VOD. Kanye West will still take any advertisement revenue from that entire stream. And that's where it comes into how this affects my channel. I recently covered Far Cry, which I streamed most of it, and there was like a running joke in the streams that I would shoot any radios that I came across, because it all played copyright music. Even if you turned even if you turned the music off in the menu, they would these radios would still play the copyrighted music claimed. But in my very first episode of Far Cry, I wasn't so lucky, and the 6-hour stream VOD got claimed for a single track, one track, by Universal. Universal claimed it. So I done what I always do, which is submit my copyright. You can submit an appeal against the copyright claim, and it goes back to the claimant, and they basically have to decide whether or not the claim still stands, whether or not they believe that they deserve, from that 20-second clip, I think it was, that they deserve the revenue from my entire 6-hour stream. To which they came back and they says, yes, we, Universal Media Group, believe that we deserve the entire revenue from that stream, because in the background of one scene, for 20 seconds, there was one of our songs. Therefore, give us all your money. And this comes back to a case that I think it was a Ninth Circuit case in the States, where Prince, I think it was Universal Media Group versus Lens, I think it is, where there was a video of a baby dancing, and a Prince song was in the background. The baby was dancing to the Prince song, and they were DMCA'd, which is the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. They were hit with a DMCA takedown notice, and they fought it in the courts. The ruling was that, I mean, nothing major came from it, apart from this one snippet, is that when a DMCA takedown notice is served, they must consider fair use, to which they didn't consider fair use when they issued the DMCA takedown notice. And I believe, personally, that when that was, they refused that that appeal, to which I've appealed again, which actually opens me up to receiving a strike on my channel and that video being taken down. If Universal Media Group look at that and say, yeah, okay, like, we want this to stand, then that's when it gets hit with a DMCA takedown, and I'll receive a strike. I've never appealed a rejected dispute, because I've always thought, you know what, it's like, I'll take my bumps, basically, and just be like, right, whatever. If it brings in new people to the channel, then it's worth, like, losing out on the money. But personally, I mean, that stream done really well for me. And personally, I was thinking, why do Universal think that they deserve the money from that length of a stream for a 20-second music clip? I was like, no, you know what? I'm going to take my bumps in a different way this time, and I'm going to appeal it. And if it comes back that they want to DMCA me, I will fight it in court, because with my background and my knowledge on international intellectual property, I believe that they're completely in the wrong, and that it is fair use, and it falls under a number of different categories of fair use, but the main one being that that song is not the heart of the work. It is a tiny little section of the overall work, and therefore it is not it's not their copyright. It's not, they don't own that stream. So that's the that's the first thing. So the second thing is, I don't know if you guys noticed on the channel, I've been playing God of War, and I uploaded, I got the game. I got the game early, bought it legitimately, and I uploaded a couple of videos pretty much as soon as I got the game. And Sony hit me with 2 DMCAs for my videos. 2 copyright takedown notices on the grounds of, I don't know, because you don't get to know. So I got hit with two DMCAs, meaning that my channel is currently sitting on a single copyright strike. Which, if you don't know anything about YouTube, it used to be 3 strikes and your channel's deleted, but it's now 4. Or as far as I know, it's 4. As far as the back end of YouTube looks, it's 4. So I received a takedown notice for God of War. So that is 1 strike. Then I've also got this other Far Cry thing, so that could be another strike. And the way that it's going right now, I've appealed the strike once again, but the appealing of a DMCA takedown notice is a legal process. So I've already started the legal process of appealing this strike. And the strike from God of War, if you guys managed to watch the first 2 episodes, the ones that got taken down, or the other episode 1 that I uploaded, which is literally just the 2 videos that got taken down, you'll know that in that I give my initial thoughts and feelings, constituting as, in my opinion, a review. I also talk about some educational subjects. I talk about different things to do with hunting, and there's some other tidbits that I throw in there, meaning that it falls under mildly educational, which is another fair use doctrine. It's also transformative in the way that, you know, I could fucking run through them, and it's pointless me running through them. But in my opinion, it falls under fair use. And the entire reason that those videos were taken down, because it's not like, and this is the point, so when it comes to the music, it's understandable that they're trying to protect the copyright, because they don't want other people uploading their music and taking sales away from them, which is, I get that, that's understandable. When it comes to games and the fair use and that, I don't get, I think that's bull. But when with God of War, those videos were taken down because they didn't want them up at the moment. Not because they were protecting their copyright, but because I didn't receive the game from them. I received the game legally from a reputable vendor. I'm not going to name names or anything. But I received the game legally. I've got a receipt for it. I've paid actual money. Like it's not some dodgy down the back street. You know what I mean? It's not pirated. It's nothing like that. I mean, I've got the like box copy. I'll just hide the code. Like boxed disc copy of God of War. Like legitimately purchased it, and I uploaded videos on it. And the thing is, they're not trying to protect their copyright because I've since uploaded the exact same video and it's not been taken down. So the point is, I filed my DMCA dispute against this, and we're just waiting on it coming back now. So, but I've decided that regardless of what way it comes back, then that will also be legal proceedings getting pushed forward, because if it comes back that Sony have removed the strike and it was placed, the strike was placed there accidentally, then I'm looking to raise a suit for lost earnings on those videos, and not only that, but there's the whole host of other things that come with it. And if they come back and they say no, that the strikes are valid, the DMCA is valid, then once again that will be going to court, because personally I feel like those videos are fair use. I feel like those videos should still be allowed, considering the fact that I have the exact same video up and they've yet to take them down. So they're obviously fine with those videos being up. They're obviously fine with all that. The content was already on YouTube, uploaded by other creators, but I couldn't do it. And for no reason whatsoever, I couldn't do it. So personally, I feel like I was singled out because I do have Sony representatives that follow me on Twitter, and my videos go live to Twitter. And I feel like I was kind of singled out for this takedown, which I find very interesting, which is why I'm willing to fight this. And the other fact is that I believe that people or YouTubers have been far too lenient about things like this, that they've been far too scared of the courts and legal ramifications, and the actually getting a decision on whether or not a Let's Play will fall under fair use or not. And most people are terrified by this. And I've seen it before. It goes back to, I don't know if any of you guys are aware that PewDiePie actually received a DMCA for covering Firewatch for the fact that he said a word in a stream that had nothing to do with Firewatch, and the guy DMCA'd his Firewatch video because he just didn't like PewDiePie. And PewDiePie was too scared to go to court, and a lot of things came from that, and they're like, yeah, but if you take this to court and it comes back that Let's Plays do not fall under fair use, then you're going to screw the entire industry, which isn't the case, because right now we are currently working at the whims of the publishers. The publishers say, yeah, it's fine, you can Let's Play our videos, and that's the exact same way it would happen if it came back as, no, it's not fair use. We would be at the whims of the publishers, exact same as what we are just now. But if it comes back as, yes, that is fair use, then you're looking at an entirely different landscape where you don't need to worry about publishers hitting you with a DMCA because they don't like you, they don't like what you've said, they don't like what you've said on Twitter, they don't like the fact that you've gave them a bad Let's Play. You know what I mean? Like, I was going to say a bad review, but I mean, we've already seen cases where people have tried to DMCA for bad reviews and it's went through, and it's like, well, that's a review, it's quite obvious. But a Let's Play, you can say bad things about the Let's Play and they can take your video down because you don't like, during your Let's Play you don't like the game, or you're slagging it off, or you're pointing out the flaws. And I've heard of people getting DMCA'd over that, and that's just not on. This copyright strike, the companies using copyright strikes as some sort of way to punish creators. Like, that's not what it's for. It's for protecting your copyright. It's not because you're punishing someone that you don't like their ideas, you don't like their thoughts and feelings on a subject that has nothing to do with what you are trying to do. These copyright strikes and copyright takedown notices are not your tool for punishing someone else's business. And at the end of the day, that's what YouTube is. It's people's businesses. YouTube pays for my rent, my mortgage, not my rent. It pays for my bills. It pays for the food in my fridge. And these companies feel like they can just throw a copyright strike because they don't like the way that I operate my business when it's got nothing to do with them. And personally, I feel like being under the yoke of this is something that I'm not happy about. So I feel like I should be the one to actually do something about it. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of chest beating, but in fairness, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of when I was a small YouTuber and being scared to issue a dispute against a copyright claim that I had just in case they decided that they wanted to strike my channel. And I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm tired of seeing other people. I mean, I was on the Let's Play subreddit, and it's not a place that I normally go, but I was on the Let's Play subreddit, and one of the questions was, should I appeal a copyright claim? To which everyone was saying, no, don't appeal it just in case. It's like, why? You should not be afraid to appeal a copyright claim from someone if they're trying to take a 20-second clip of music and take the entire revenue of your video. That just should not be on. And I feel like I am the person that can actually do something about this. I'm the person that has the balls to go to court where other people have shied away from it. And to be honest with you, I'm sick and tired of these big multinationals swinging their dicks about and trying to control our businesses, because these are our businesses, not yours. But let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. And I mean, if the channel does suddenly go like poof in the next couple of months, I'll be on Discord and I'll fill you in. But yeah, as always, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Thanks a lot for listening to me me rant about this. It's something that I really need to get off my chest. It's been it's been worrying me. Let's put it that way, because, like I said, this is what pays my bills, and these companies that are just so quick to want to destroy my business because they don't like the way I operate is just, yeah, not really happy about it. Anyway. As always, I've been Steejo, you've been awesome, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.